This is my biggest project to date. I just bought this house for almost $4 million. It's in the hills and it's premium, and we just started demolition. I'm going to do a tour with you so I can show you what we plan to do. Let's check it out. So over here on these front steps, it looks really old and everything's just very dated. So we plan to put a layer of concrete over it so that we can make it look nice. And also we plan to expand the stairs over there a little further so it gives people a grand feel of this whole entrance. And I think that's gonna make a big difference. But over here on the exterior, we plan to obviously repaint, but also use some newer stone tiles outside so that it feels more modern, because these veneer feels so old school and really doesn't do the house justice. On this side, there's a water feature over here that's kind of dead. So we probably are just gonna remove it and replace it with some nice landscaping like little flowering plants. The railings are not really necessary if we expand the steps further so that there's not a big drop. These are quite unsightly, so I think it's the best for them to be removed. And then obviously the front door has to be replaced. We are going to use something a lot more modern, like a solid front door with a light and also a nice color so that it pops and it really modernizes the house. Let's check out the interior. So in this entryway, we have a light chandelier that's very old looking and it definitely needs to go. But I like that the ceiling is vaulted, and from this little doorway, we get to the kitchen. This is where we started the demolition. And before, the kitchen was all along this way with a stove right here and some cabinets on the side. And we plan to actually remove this wall so that we can open up this floor plan and have a nice sight line all the way into the living room. And then on this side, the layout will be similar. It's just a refresh of all the cabinets and countertops. I really like that there is a bay window here, so it feels nice when you are using the sink, and then you can also have a good counter space, so you can put a lot of stuff in here. And then with this side of the kitchen gone, we plan to put an island so that it can become the center of entertainment for the home. This kitchen is kind of interesting. It's very old looking, like the cabinets are of this very old wood, but it's actually pretty high-end. I think when it was built, it was probably all custom made and quite expensive. Like they have this garage feature, like pull up the door and then you can put your appliances in here so that you can hide it. It wouldn't clutter up your countertops. And then all of these cabinets slide very nicely, and there's a lot of smart features in here, like a cutting board. I think over here in this big cabinet, that's where there's a lot of different things that you can do. Like you can put your broom and dusting pan in here, and this is for the baking sheets. And then this one is a Lazy Susan. It's where we usually put these in the corner, but this one they have like a pantry thing here. So this is for spices and roll-out trays. These are still the features that we still use in modern kitchens, high-end kitchens. It tells us that the owner before really put a lot of thought into this kitchen, and this is a higher-end home. Let's keep going. So further down, we have this kind of a breakfast nook area. There are more cabinets here, and then there's a little bit of wine storage on the bottom. And then another garage cabinet. It's a little stuck, but this cabinet will be removed and the wall will actually come out to here so that we can have the kitchen all the way on the other side, but this will become a little bit of an office because the home currently has 3 bedrooms and we'd like to add another room for the next owner so that they have more flexibility. And then this will become the door to the office. So we close out the other entrance, and this was probably a casual dining space before, and it's not really that useful because there is a big formal dining room right next to it. So to make it more functional, that's why we decided to convert it into an office. But here is the beautiful, huge formal dining room. And obviously this chandelier will have to be replaced. We're also trying to remove this wall over here so that we have more open flow between the dining room and the living room. And then we have a slider. These are really nice doors. So these are Anderson windows and doors that are quite expensive. I think they cost about $10,000 each. And I've never used these on my flips. So it would be nice to keep them. We plan to just paint and refresh them so that we can still have these high-end doors. And then you can see a little bit of the view. It's really nice that you can see so far out and have this view. Either enjoy it from the inside or you can go out to the deck to enjoy it. We can come to the living room. So the living room is grand. We have vaulted ceilings and a big fireplace as the focal point. The fireplace is kind of old school. It has these stones that are kind of pink colored, and this gold insert is all very dated. So our plan is to probably plaster this fireplace so that we can make it more modern looking and also fit the new style of the home. As I mentioned, this whole wall will be gone. So imagine that we'll have this whole space from the kitchen to the living room completely open, and that's really going to change the feel and the look of this space. I think it's going to be a big selling point with this open concept and also with this high ceilings. So I'm really looking forward to making it happen. The living room is obviously of a really good size, and we can go out to the deck to see what the view is like. This view is so cool. It's probably worth $1 million right here. With a luxury house flip like this one, it's so important to get all the numbers right. That's why I plug all the numbers into my tried and true deal analyzer. I need to know how much I can pay for it, how much the renovation is going to cost, and how much the house is going to sell for. If you want to borrow my deal analyzer, make sure you grab it in the link in description below. So we're going upstairs to check out the bedrooms and bathrooms. So we have a laundry space here, which is a little bit odd because it's not very big, and also there's some dead space deep in there. They have some shelves right now as storage, but as you can see, it's so awkward that you have to squeeze in here to access these things. So we're going to have to figure out a way so that it's not going to be as awkward. And then we have the first bedroom here that is very simple. It's already in pretty good shape. We just need to replace the light fixture and repaint the walls, probably going to replace the carpet with new hardwood floors. And then the closet doors are already nice, but these 6-panel doors are a little more traditional than what I would like. So we probably are going to replace all the interior doors because of the price point of this home. It's really worth it. And then we have all these shelves already built in for the closets, which are really nice. I think that's what you see more in high-end homes. And then the second bedroom is quite similar. It got big windows on both sides, which are really nice, so you get a ton of natural light. And then similarly, the closets are already have built-ins, but I think we may have to reduce some of these because they are there's space here and they look a little old, like the handles here. And then the doors, as I said, will be replaced. And then this shared bathroom is of really good space. So we have a sink. It's off-centered, which it's a little weird, so we probably will center it, and then there's a lot of counter space. But there's a pony wall that's kind of hiding the toilet. We're probably gonna remove this because it's not necessary and it makes the space feel smaller. And then the shower pretty much needs to be gutted. All the tiles, this door, quite old. So with new tiles, new finishes, it will look a lot better. And this is the master bedroom. So first of all, we have a walk-in closet in here. It's of a decent size. I would have liked it to be a little bigger, but unfortunately, this is all the space we have to work with. But it's really nice that it already has the built-in closet insert. I think it's good for a home of this caliber to have a walk-in closet. And then the bedroom is really big. And we have more built-ins over here that we probably are going to replace. So we don't usually put built-ins in the bedroom, but because of the price point of this home, we probably will put some built-ins over here to make it feel nicer. And then we have this really unique feature of the home, which is a huge soaking tub that's in this corner of the bedroom, and it has the most amazing view. It's just such a unique feature that I think everybody sees it would really wow about it. And initially I thought about removing it and putting the tub into the bathroom so that it's kind of more traditional, so you have your privacy when you use the tub. But then my agents really believe that this tub location is perfect and it's going to attract a lot of buyers. Obviously, you have to replace the tub because it looks kind of old. So we're going to try to put a really nice stone tub that's very thick and very heavy over here as a freestanding tub. And then we still have a good sized bathroom over here. We're going to just kind of keep the layout as is so that we still have double vanity, one on each side, which is a nice setup. And then we're going to make the shower bigger because right now it feels kind of confined in here because everything else is very spacious, but there's just not enough room in this area here. So we're thinking about making this a toilet room by itself and then expand the shower out all the way to somewhere around here so that we can have a good sized shower and the double vanity and all the features. I think this bedroom, once we're done with it, it's going to look so different and really be a big selling point. Let's go downstairs to check out the other two rooms. So here we have Another room, it is actually a bedroom, but it looks like a cabin because of the wood paneling all around. And it has this slider going to the deck. This deck is very extensive. It wraps around the house, and it's quite nice. But here we're probably going to remove the wood paneling so that it looks more like a regular room, and then similar upgrades to the other rooms that we've seen. And this is a tiny bathroom. This is the only bathroom on this floor, and everything's just so small compared to the other rooms we've seen. So the pedestal sink will have to go. We'll probably put a regular sink with storage and countertops, and then this shower is so tiny. I'm petite, but it's quite small even for me. We're going to see if we have any room to expand it. I hope we do, because this doesn't look like a bathroom for this price point. And then we have some closet in the hallway, and then this is a very interesting room. My videographer said it looks like the room in a house for a Hollywood director. So this has some built-ins on this side. It seems like there was a fireplace before, but it's gone now. So we probably want to put an insert in here. And then these built-ins are so old looking, so they definitely cannot stay, but we may put something similar in here because built-ins are still like something that elevates the style of a home. It's nice that there's already a wet bar in here. We probably will keep this, so get rid of this big cabinet and make this just lower cabinets with a sink. So depending on what the next owner chooses to do with this room, with the access to the backyard, this can be a room that they rent out, or they put their in-laws in here so that it's separated from the other bedrooms and bathrooms, and then has its own entrance. And this can be kind of a kitchenette. So it's a really nice setup. Now let's go check out the deck and also the yard space that we have. In the hills, it's really hard to have good flat usable area, and this house had quite some of it, which is really exciting because we can do a lot of nice things in there and also significantly add value to this home. So let's check it out. Okay. The deck is quite big over here, and you still have the nice view, and you have a lot of trees around to give you privacy. I think that's what a lot of people look for when they purchase a home in the hills like this. And here you can see that the deck wraps around, and it has two different levels. We were at the level next to the living room up there, but there's this level here, and then there's a little more on the other side. So here is a little bit of a yard, but unfortunately it's not very usable because of the stilts and the posts. So this deck is very nice. It's a cool feature, and it's very expensive. Probably costs a lot of money for them to build it, but it looks quite dated. So the plan is to replace all the railings. We're going to replace railings around all the deck area and make it like metal black with some wires so that we can still see through this, and also have good safety here, but with a much more modern look. Let's go to the other side so we can check out the yard area. So this is the flat area that I was talking about. It's pretty sizable actually, but unfortunately it's really not well utilized. You see there's the pergola structure, and then there are two huge planter boxes. These things are kind of cutting it up and make the yard feel a lot smaller than it is, which is unfortunate. So we plan to remove all of those and then put some concrete over the bricks so that we have a good sized patio. And then we're also going to put some plants and mulch where the big planter boxes are. And then the mulched area over there, we are going to do a nice lawn. And then further back, there's a little more area that's not really used right now. We are thinking about doing some putting green. So then the backyard will have a lot of outdoor entertaining features for the next owners to enjoy. Now you've seen my whole plan for renovation. Leave me a comment below if you have any ideas. And let's get to the numbers. I bought this house for almost $4 million, and we plan to put $500,000 into the renovation, and we hope to sell it for $5.3 million. And it's such a big number that it's so crazy to even think about it. This project is going to take a while, so in the meantime, if you want to see what we did on another luxury property where we completely renovated the rundown home and also turned an acre of dead space into a backyard oasis, I'll see you there.